Cretan Catch Stitch is a combination of Cretan Stitch, shown here, and Catch Stitch. Now, Catch Stitch is a variation of herringbone stitch. Here are some herringbone stitches, and with herringbone stitches, the horizontals could be far apart or closer together. They could be far enough apart that the diagonal threads are touching, depending on the effect that you're trying to achieve. With Catch Stitch, these horizontal stitches are small stitches, so that you're just catching a few threads of the ground fabric. This is a stitch that would often be used for hand sewing, especially if you were doing a hem, for example. If you just want to catch a few threads, a couple of threads of the background fabric, because you don't want it to show on the other side. So this is Cretan Stitch, this is Catch Stitch. Now we'll do some Cretan Catch Stitch. So I'll start with the Cretan Stitch, and for this stitch you have the needle going vertically in and out of the fabric. And then before you pull through, make sure that the thread is behind the needle and pull through. Now we'll do a herringbone stitch or a catch stitch at the bottom here. For this stitch, your needle is horizontal, and you do not loop the thread onto the tip of your needle for this stitch. Now we'll flip the needle around. Now when you're doing this stitch, don't turn your hand, because that's really going to be awkward. Instead of turning your hand, just flip the needle so that it's vertical. There's your Cretan stitch, and here is the catch stitch. So there are some Cretan catch stitches. I like to use Cretan catch stitch to fill an irregular space, such as this fish fin, because as you can see, it's easy to vary the height and the width of this stitch as you go along. So let's do another fish fin with Cretan Catch Stitch. Now I'm going to start with the Cretan stitch, and this is a pretty small space at first, so I'm just going to make a tiny little Cretan stitch, and then we'll do a catch stitch. We'll go back here and do a Cretan stitch, and notice that I'm adjusting the height of this stitch to fill the space. And as you go along, now of course you could mark this stitch, but I like to just see where I am and see how wide the stitches need to be as I get to the end of where I need to be. Okay, because the last one is going to go all the way up into that space, into that point. Okay, so we'll do a few more stitches here. Here's another Cretan stitch, and then I think I can fit one more Cretan stitch in before I go up all the way up to the point. So I'll go here, and then I'll go all the way up here and finish at that point. Go back down here, and just to lock it in, I'll end with a catch stitch. So there is Cretan Catch Stitch.